in the chat if you save the chat, and we'll get on with the rest of the show.
Okay.
Beautiful. Follow
Thank
him to his room for more Julian time. And we also got somebody starting in the playroom right now.
Okay.
Correct.
Oh, no, not leaving meeting. Okay.
Playroom is
Roy.
Eileen, it says.
Eileen is in there, but Roy is next.
Roy is next. Okay.
5:45. So anybody wants to go into playroom, room number 1. You also have some readers and healers available. You got Robert available. You got Xavier available.
Robert's actually starting here right now.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking through the list. Tina is available. Julian, follow him. Ellen is in her room. She's available. So you can just put in the chat who you want to go see or the room numbers, and we will place them in the chat again.
And speaking of Robert, here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus right down Santa Claus Lane. Robert Wood, who looks like Santa Claus and is pretending to be, but is not, but maybe he is a spiritual teacher and intuitive. He's been teaching spiritual development for the past 25 years. He's traveled throughout the United States, giving lectures, classes, and workshops in meditation, spiritual development, and prosperity. He's taught classes in A Course of Miracles for 25 years, and he was the director of the Miracle Center in Colorado for 8 years. He specializes in palmistry, auras, and precious gemstone readings. He published a book called On the Path and several meditation tapes, and conducts workshops on relationships and prosperity. His last book, The No Loss Relationship, is available on Amazon. He's available for private counseling, phone consultations, or spiritual readings. His website is spiritaura.com. Please join us to share his wisdom. Robert Wood. Welcome, Robert.
Wow, that was awesome. You got that exactly right, except for one thing. It was like 70,000 years, not 25. I've been the Christmas spirit for a long time. Welcome, everyone. Glad to be here. And Victor, you are awesome the way you're hosting this and helping everybody get orientated and keeping the spirit alive here. So how many of you still believe in Santa Claus? I don't know if I'm going to get people responding back to me or if I'm just going to be talking. But if you still believe in Santa Claus, then
I do.
I heard an I do. Yay. If you do, that's
I
because,
do.
oh, I heard another I do. Yay.
I do.
Oh boy, there's more I do's. Then you believe in one idea. You know, when I was growing up, I was a smart little kid, and Christmas time was a very wonderful time of the year. My parents believed in that strongly. They would buy us 30 presents. We would unwrap them crazy. They would stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning wrapping presents, and we'd get up at probably 4:30 trying to see what Santa was there. And when I think I got to be about 10 or so, I pretended like I was asleep, and they stuck me with a pin, but I still stayed asleep. And I snuck out and saw that they were Santa Claus, and kind of broke my dream about Santa Claus being this fat man. And now I guess I've become that image myself. But no, really, they told me that the Santa Claus is really within you, and it's the idea of giving. And of course, that's what the talk I'm going to be given today about, is the idea of giving, and the idea of that the universal spirit, the one spirit, knows you and has given you many gifts, many ideas, many impressions of what you are and what you are about and why you even came to this earth. And so it's all started with the universal self deciding that it was going to give itself in the idea that you are an individualized expression of God. And through that expression of God that you are, you came here with the idea that you also wanted to give, and you wanted to express your gifts and your understandings and your individual talents to the world. Isn't that fantastic? And so we all, before we were even brought into this physical body, had a soul essence, and that soul essence was given many different qualities. Those qualities come through as rays of energy, the vibrations of thought. And everybody is a unique expression of the 12 great rays and the different ways those rays come through the container, which you call your soul. I talked about this the last time we had a talk here, was that all of us are containers. Our body is a container, our thought, mind, our brains are containers. And that's why each of us are individual personalities, because our emotional body, our mental body, our physical bodies, even our soul bodies are containers that give the gifts of our being. And then in the idea of energy, it comes through what's called vibrational rays. The rays are very similar to the understanding of the rainbow, where you have the red ray, and then you have the orange ray, the yellow ray coming through the third chakra. Your solar plex is yellow. The fourth ray is your heart center, which has many different colors. The heart chakra has greens, silvers, pinks, different colors of green. And the heart chakra then vibrates out. The throat chakra is your blues. Your crown chakra is purple. Your third eye is a deep blue. And then on up into the other octaves that go beyond the Christ being of different ray vibrations. As you get in touch with who you really are and who you really want to be on this earth, you get in touch with the rays that naturally you relate to, naturally you've been attracted to through other lives and through other ways of being attracted to those vibrations. And then you bring those rays through yourself as your unique special self. In other words, someone who is vibrating a lot of yellow ray, they can be very down to earth, very scientific, very sense of bringing joy and wisdom, common sense living to this earth. There are also some of your natural shamans, and they relate to also someone who likes to develop a lot of personal power. So each individual ray that comes through your being is an aspect of the gift that you've come to give. And as you develop those gifts, then those gifts, spiritual gifts that you develop, become just the expressions of who you are in this world. I hope I'm making sense here to some of you that understand the languages of light, the language of the spirit, and what spirit is here to help us in the sense of bringing our gifts through. And for us to express our unique gifts is probably one of the most greatest joys of life, to understand how to get in touch with your soul gifts, to get in touch with your abilities to express your divine qualities, and then put them out into the world. Sometimes there's an opposite experiences where we experience a lot of dysfunctionality, a lot of lack, a lot of hardship, a lot of suffering, and a deficiency of a certain kind of an energy. Maybe someone was born with a lot of physical health problems and are missing some of the red vitality energies. Then they have these particular troubles in the beginnings of their lives or parts of their lives. And that is meant for them then to understand that they have to receive that ray, they have to receive that energy and turn it into a life purpose. Many times people that have certain types of difficulty, let's say an addiction difficulty, which is a misuse of their red powers, they can then turn that around and develop that ability to be a spiritual teacher, to overcome addiction energies and be a counselor, to help other people raise their self-esteem. So many of our challenges in life that we face younger or for the young 20s or 30s of our lives are meant for us to then find out from that what's the real gift that the universe was trying to give us and what gift we need to receive, so that then we can develop that quality better in ourselves and use it to help other people. And ultimately we learn that other people are ourself. So always when you're trying to find out what your special soul qualities are, what your spiritual gifts are, sometimes you have, my point is, you have to look to your hardships in life and see what was really troubling, and then tap into that particular ray and that particular energy and then use that and turn it around and turn that into a gift. And then it becomes one of your greatest blessings. Because anytime you develop a quality in your being, a gift of your spirit, and you really serve the world with that gift, it's one of the greatest happiness you'll ever experience, because that's what it means to give. Is one of the greatest joys of life, to be a giver. And that's why I think the gift of Christmas keeps going on. The gift of giving keeps going on, because that's the purpose of life, is to bring forth the great rays, develop them within your own being, develop those particular qualities within your own nature, and share them with the world. And many of the teachers that you see that are giving talks here today, much of Victor and Sheri and the people that have helped with this work, they're bringing their gifts through and sharing it with the world. And of course, that's what gives them great joy. Anybody have a question that they would like to ask? Anyone here that has an idea of wanting to find out what their gifts are?
I'm sure they do. Give them a moment to unmute.
Oh yeah, unmute. Unmute. Let's
Unmute.
Unmute.
Hey, welcome to South Florida. Everybody who just arrived, literally Christmas Day, right?
Yes, I lived in Boulder, Colorado for 40 years, and I've come down to South Florida to visit and to explore. And I decided to come down here and live for 5 months to prove that I can change my life and have some new wild experiences and meet some wonderful people like Sheri. When I came down here a few years ago, I met Sheri and had a wonderful connection and said, man, this is a place I want to live. So here I am.
Aww.
Santa Claus is coming to South Florida.
Santa Claus arrived on Christmas Day. I remember he's like, I'm only an hour from Hollywood. I'm like, you're here?
Yeah, I'm almost here. And
He
yeah, my
just-
great friend Donna has been a great buddy and brought me down here several times too. Donna Reyna.
Hi, Bob.
There she is. There's that happy girl.
Awesome.
And Donna's an example of being a gemologist and a spiritual teacher. So she brings a good combination of the blue ray into this world, and then also a lot of the orange ray, which is the passion to teach about gemology and the natural way the earth elements help our lives. So
Awesome.
She's an example of using
Rainbow girl.
Rainbow girl. Yeah, you like to bring all the rainbows in.
That's what I'm teaching about. That's my question for you. If you find that these rays correlate with stones, the orange stones, the blue stones, as Sheri Edwards, who was a sound healer, would talk about, if you're missing a note, which correlates with the 7 chakras, the best way to put that note or energy in the body is through a gemstone. Have you heard?
Right. Absolutely. Well, you want to understand that the color that the stone is showing you is absorbing all the other colors but that stone, and it's reflecting that color back to you. So it's allowing all the other rays to come through it and then pushing that other ray into your presence. And then when you feel and absorb that ray of energy and the texture of that stone, then you're becoming harmonized with it. You're vibrating with it. And anytime you vibrate with something, then you become it. It becomes you, you become it, and you become one with it. And then its powers, it's become one with you. If you want to become the Buddha, then you understand the consciousness of enlightenment as the Buddha, and you become the Buddha. You can become Christ consciousness. The idea of the second coming is that we all will be Christ-like savior, givers of saviorship to the world. So become the ray that you want to become and absorb it and harmonize with it, and its qualities will come into you, and then you will reflect it to the world. And that's what you do, Donna, when you recommend different stones to people, is you're helping them use those stones to become or heal what they need to heal and become.
It's true.
It's
and
true.
that's what you do, Bobby, and all your readings with all your stones and how gifted you are. And when you saw that azurite stone years ago with the sparkling indigo ray, you knew that you needed to have it. And that's when we started to do major trades exchanges with each other, because you did procure it and I saw how you grew from it, because I never saw a stone like that. It was amazing stone.
Yeah, the azurite is a good deep blue stone.
Yeah.
The deeper indigo blue stones are meant for you to absorb into deeper contemplation. And the more you contemplate something, and the sense of meditation, most people have difficulty in meditating because their mind won't hold itself still. And then when you learn to hold yourself still with your mind and then contemplate deeper, that's how you become the ray that you want to absorb. So most people have troubles keeping their mind still, but once you train yourself how to hold your mind in a fixed third eye or solar plex or heart chakra and absorb that color, then you can absorb that ray and then become that ray. And my
Wow.
spiritual came from my practicing of deep contemplation and meditation. I still today meditate 2 to 3 hours a day.
Wow. You know what's a good stone for that? Is sodalite. It's a blue
It's
stone.
a good stone, yes. Mhm.
Yeah, that and then a higher consciousness of sodalite is also lapis. But sodalite is a good workable stone for releasing guilt and other crony stuff.
That's developing your psychic gifts, and your the blue stones develop your psychic gifts and your spiritual clairvoyance, clairaudience, and different spiritual gifts like that.
It's a
They
third
help,
eye.
they help with.
You are so right.
Thank you, Donna. You're right.
Bobby, in 2000, I was teaching an energy class here in New York.
Uh-huh.
And a friend of mine started taking some photos with 35 millimeter film, not digital. And I was teaching people how to see, sense, feel the energy field, whatever way they work, the aura. And this image came up in natural ambient light. What do you see there?
Oh, the yellow, orange.
Yeah, the golden light.
Yellowish orange. That's you?
That's me 20 years ago when I was a young man.
20 years ago. Look at that hair. Look at that happy man. Yeah, no, that vibration of that yellow is the natural person that you are, that you live both a down to earth life, businessman, and developed a high spiritual consciousness as well. And you did it through a lot of learning to release. The amber energy is that you had to release different karmic paths that you were on to become on a higher path. So
Absolutely.
you had to live a certain life, and then you transcended that life to live another life.
Absolutely. By day, I was a businessman, and by night, I was a spiritual healer.
That's right. And you've lived like 3 different lives in 3 different lifetimes in this one life.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a beautiful auric vibration. And that's how we all look when we look through the eye, the third eye. To see the aura, you don't look at the body and the outer looking at something, you absorb the person. Most people think of, they want to see the aura, they think they're going to see it outside of the person on their body. But it really, when you learn to become the person and absorb into it, that's when you see the aura and the light energies. And the camera is absorbing the image on the film.
And then the image you're seeing now, my friend, once she had taken that picture, that was actually the original image was on the negative. And later, a couple of years later, she got Photoshop and she filtered it and took away some of the glare, and that's what it looked like.
That's right, because all the essence of you was absorbed on the film. There's a lot of photography methods today that takes the energy that filters through, and it's a soft resonant light energy that then is like an aura picture. And so a lot of people are doing that, but anyone can develop that themselves to see the aura when they learn not to look at an object like it's out there separate from them, but to become the object and absorb it into your third eye and trust what impression comes to you. The ability to see the aura is your ability to absorb somebody and feel like you are the film that the energy of their being gets placed on, and then you feel and see their aura.
Absolutely.
Some people are much more feelers, so some people are clairaudient, some people are clairvoyant, some people are clairvisual. There's different skills that they have based upon their natural soul ability. So that's also a very important. And in my room, I'll help you if you want to come to my room to understand that, to find out what your specialty, what your gift is. And then when you find your specialty, find what really works for you, then you just practice, and keep doing it. And the stronger and the more you do it, the more your gifts come through. And don't doubt yourself or question yourself. Just live from your clarity and certainty, and then your gifts become stronger and stronger and stronger. They become more and more aware and able to come through. We all have all the same gifts. It's just the ones that you choose, that you want to develop and you want to emphasize. I picked mine, and I chose to work more with the soul. Some people are very psychic and they work with the psychics level of the mind. Some people work a little bit more with the life coaching and common sense, how to live a normal daily life. They're all ways of serving and developing your gifts.
I teasingly say that those of us who have all the clairs are eclairs.
Eclairs. Well, there's some that just want to have it all, and so they keep working hard to develop everything.
That's right. No, us eclairs have that creamy filling in the middle of us. That's what we have. We're
You have
just a
silver
bunch of
hair
mush
and a bunch of silver hair on top.
and a bunch of silver hair on top. Bobby, please
And
tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you after tonight. You're going to be in room number 11 after this presentation. And how can they get a hold of you?
When you want to get a hold of me personally, give me a call at 303-570-0840.
And your email address?
You can check me on my website, which is spiritaura.com. And if you want to check my my email, it's spirit1, and you spell it out, spirit1 at mac.com.
And what are you offering for the door prize tonight?
Just about probably 10, 15, 20 minutes with me, whatever it takes to make you happy, to have you get in touch with what you want to learn tonight and the gift that you're ready to receive.
Okay, folks, start getting your numbers. Bobby, please write a number down on a piece of paper. And we're going to have people start putting their numbers in for that door prize of a reading with Bobby. And I know the truth why you left Boulder, Colorado, Bobby. It was too hot up there.
Yeah, it's 30 below zero in Fraser, Colorado.
There you go.
Ew. Did you have icicles on your beard?
Yeah. My mouth was frozen shut. I couldn't even talk.
How did they want you to wear a mask with all that facial hair? I'm curious. You don't need one.
Okay, folks, couple more seconds. Please put your numbers in for the drawing for Bobby. And by the way, if you've won already, you can't win again. And if you're a presenter, you can't win. You're not eligible.
Oh,
We got to spread the love. Okay, we got a lot of numbers coming in. Bobby, did you write it down?
Thank you, Sheri, for doing this. You put hours and hours of work in this, and I know it's paying off because many people are very happy.
Absolutely.
And I am so happy to be here with you.
Wonderful.
Wow. Well, welcome to South Florida. And Bobby is available for live sessions as well if you live in South Florida.
Yep, I'll be around here.
And you can also sit on his lap and pull his beard too.
Up. Don't go there.
I'll tell you, been naughty or nice.
That's right.
Don't go there.
Okay, we're going to count down 10 seconds. You still have an opportunity to put a number in if you haven't done so already to win the door prize with Bobby, a reading with Bobby.
He's getting giddy. All right.
Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Light that
4,
rocket.
3, 2,
Woohoo.
1. Okay, Bobby, what's your number?
2.
Number 2. Did anybody have a number 2? Let's see who's the closest to 2. I don't think anybody had a 2. Who's closest? I see Ilana had a 9. Was there anybody else down there?
Ilana is the closest. The other person is a vendor, so they can't do it.
Ilana is the winner. Ilana, congratulations.
Yay! Ilana Newman.
And Ilana, if you would, you could just pop your contact information in for Bobby into the chat, and or you can follow him to room number 11 and exchange information with him there.
So glad she's here. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Bobby, thank you so much. That was a wonderful
Pleasure.
presentation.
Thank you. It's wonderful to see your aura. You're a bright one.
Bobby.
Hey, bye.